Good morning, warriors. It feels like a Monday, but it's a Tuesday. That's why I gave you my little update yesterday so y'all wouldn't miss me too much. I know that on our long weekends, you truly miss me. So I gave you a little update, but didn't give you really any good science stuff. So today is going to be a little bit longer of a video as we talk about my new favorite test. Now, most of you know I am a mold warrior, head moldy, and mold is my jam. So my favorite testing is obviously the urine mold test. I do that pretty much anybody that comes to see me, unless they come to me with a very specific concern. If they come to me and they're like, hey doc, I'm menopausal, I want bioidentical hormones, I'm obviously not going to have them do a urine mold test. But pretty much anything else, if they have a autoimmune disease, if they have a mystery illness, especially if they have a mystery illness, if they just have a case of the I don't know what's going on, I am definitely going to do a mold urine test. So this is something that's been around a while. I heard about it, trying to think the first time I heard about it. I heard about it a while ago from Dr. Nathan, who, as many of you know, is my guru. Absolutely love him, at one of his conferences. So I go every April. In fact, I just got the notice for the dates for next year. I go every April wherever he is hosting his meeting and spend 4 days with like the new updated stuff so I could keep my finger on the pulse. Well, this year, Dr. Goodenow, and I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. I don't think I've ever heard him say his name. He's a PhD. He is a researcher whose mother developed Alzheimer's. And so he had an emotional interest, as most of us do. I always say that a wounded warrior is the best, or a wounded healer is the best healer, right? They've been down the track. I've been down the track that you've been down. There's nothing that I'm going to do to you guys that I don't do to myself. I always test everything out first. This is hot stuff because this is not stuff that I've tried on, my 1,200 patients, my 10,000 patients before that. This is new stuff. So the scan itself is $500. That's how much it is for the test. So pretty comparable to the mold urine test, which is about $400. I don't know about coverage with insurance. I didn't do it on the back end. I obviously maximize my HSA and I use that for all of this stuff, whether it be supplements or testing. So the test is $500. We had somebody come and draw at our house. I did a video that day, and you get a ton of information back, right? So it's 2 pages, and basically every marker means something. So not only is it fraught with information, it can also give a lot of predictive ability to what's going on in your body. And basically it's just looking at your lipids. It's looking at the way your body is processing lipids. So it basically gives you an idea, and we all know that our brain thrives on lipids. One of the number one things I tell my people with traumatic brain injury or dementia, the first thing you can do is get into ketosis, get into a fat burning state, because that's where our brain likes to be. So on this prodrome scan, there are 14 categories. There are different phospholipids, choline phospholipids, ethanolamine, pardon the mispronunciation, dietary fatty acids, GI tract acids, iron sufficiency, methyltransferase, mitochondrial function, inflammation, elongase 5 activity, peroxisomal function, cholesterol transport, and kidney function. Those are the 14 categories. Now, the cool thing about this is Dr. Goodenow has basically said, if this comes out normal, you're not missing anything. If you have cancer, if you have, the precursors for dementia, if you have problems with burning, if you have problems with energy, if you have problems with storage, that's all going to be shown on here. So that's why it's such an exciting test. I have a ton of people who are brain damaged by mold exposure, right? We go into mold, we have all those complications, we end up with brain fog, we think we have dementia because that's how it feels. And so this is a really cool test. Now, I also have people who have dementia or mild cognitive impairment. Super important for them because these are things that could change. So not only did he create this scan, but he also created some supplements that can help build this back up so that after a period of 3 to 6 months, you could redo this and you can see the changes. Not only that, but you can get back lost function. So in his mother, he states he was able to reverse her cognitive decline. Now, I don't know what that looks like. My disclaimer, I don't know his mother. I don't know her journey. I don't know what else was done. I don't know what she looks like on the other side of this. But I will tell you that both Gio and I did this, and I've analyzed both of our reports. And what I will tell you is this really matches what feels in our body in terms of energy, in terms of processing, in terms of, all of that stuff. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And I've always said, how do we fix our mitochondria? After we have a mold damage and mold exposure, and our body is reeling, how do we get back to that place before? How do we fix the mitochondria? Well, I'm telling you people, I'm going to give it a try. So I did order the treatment for this, right? He has his supplements, basically stating that there's nothing else on the market like that. I don't know. I haven't done any research again. This is my first pass through and it's coming to you hot because I want to share with you all the new stuff that's out there. I'm going to treat Gio and myself for 3 months with the recommendations based on our personal scan. And then I'll let you know how the things have changed. Now, obviously, if you want to have this done or there's somebody that you think that could really benefit from this, if it feels like somebody's starting with cognitive decline and they really want to, put an end to it, stop it before it gets to a crazy level, this is a great test, right? So send them my way. Like I said, testing is $500. The supplements are costly. But I got to tell you, it's a lot cheaper than ending up in a nursing home. And one of the scariest things is dementia, because a lot of times you just can't keep your loved one at home. They just don't do well. So I ordered the supplements yesterday. They were 30% off, so I'm super excited. Devoted 3 months to it because I'm going to give it a 3-month trial. And then I'm going to redraw my blood and we're going to look at before and after. What I can tell you is I've been on this healing journey for a long time. And looking at this, I was a little crushed. I was like, oh, well, that's not ideal. Good news was there are markers in here that particularly point to pancreatic, GI, and some other cancers. And basically he says that, if you're high in these, you absolutely don't have any of that going on in your body. So if you have any risk for that, that's also a relief. I mean, for $500, I would pay that if I had a family history and knew that. So if this resonates with you guys, as always, go ahead and share it. I'm going to send out an email to my patients, obviously, with this. But if it resonates or you know of somebody, go ahead and tag them on this post so they can see it and they can listen to the video. Sending you guys so much love. I hope your kids get off to school with smiles and super excitement in their heart to meet their new teachers. I hope it's the start to a beautiful fall for all of y'all. I hope you have a magical Tuesday, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Big hugs, guys.